Yeah, this thing really left a bad taste in my mouth. Kind of like a snack you thought you wanted, but when you were chewing it, it was like, okay, but then as soon as you got done, you instantly regretted it and had this bad, nasty, sour sensation in your mouth. And now I kind of want something to kind of wash it down. Wait a minute. That's better. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you one of the possibly the best leader classes I've had in the movie series in a while. Leader class Megatron from the last night. And ooh, doggy, is he something just in general. This mold, okay, let's get down to it and I'll gush about it later. He is a Cybertronian jet, even though there is reports that he scanned a drone or another jet in between movies to get this new look. But ooh, I mean, well, first off, this thing is huge. I ended up measuring him. I measured him as well, and he sports, no joking, a 16-inch wingspan. When you first get him, his backpack is nothing but the wings, and then when you eventually do transform him, you see how long this sucker is, and it just takes your breath away a little bit. Like, I can't push him back. Yeah, there's one of my complaints showing up right there. Like, I can't push him back anymore because of his wings. And he has this really nice, like, it's a metallic color, but I can't say if it's like a green gray. Oh, I'm trying to get it to focus on these. Because we eventually did get a translation wheel, or some kind what's it called, a cipher? Oh, I can't remember, but it's basically, it's a alphabet to let you translate all these, and I will put an actual translation of all these hieroglyphs. They all say the same thing, so just hold on here for a minute, and I'll be like, there we go. The one complaint I already have is I saw the Voyager already, and it does have some paint up here that this one does not. But, whew, I don't, it's like this one, this one carries it by leaps and bounds. Because there's some paint right here that makes it look like he's like scraped against some stuff or try to get into the atmosphere. Looks really, really nice. And while we're up here, we're gonna look at the cockpit because it can actually pop open. It doesn't really look like anybody could sit in there, but they didn't have to do that, but they did. I'm just going to give you guys a look around here, because I can gush about this thing for a while. The jet thrusters and miscellaneous parts. And of course, when we look on the bottom, robot bits. Anyway, other than his huge size, what does this... we have to ask ourselves a question, what does this figure come with? He doesn't come with one thing, he comes with three things. He, of course, comes with his really well, well, I can't say well-designed sword, but there's a reason why I'm in arms right now as redoing this sword right now. And this nice silver color as well, with the hilt being the same color as his body and main form. And it does have the peg, so we can actually post it right there. Ooh. And it actually does hide really nice, especially say like if you're just passing along, you had this on top of some other things, you wouldn't even tell it's there. And the other thing that comes with is a pair of flame effects. When is the last time we ever got a Transformer that actually came with effect parts? I think this is the first one. Now, a lot of people were actually saying that, hey, they were actually kind of worried about these because they thought because they had always seen from the side, but never from like that. You can clearly tell they're the exact same mold. You're getting two of the exact same thing, but a lot of people actually thought that this was one piece that you split apart. When no, these are actually two whole pieces. This is a cool addition to it. So we can plug these in multiple places, but the most iconic places are, of course, back here. Give you that fire and all that look of him just flying through the air, flying through space. Space and time. And for some very odd reason, I'm gonna take these out. You can also plug them in here. Barely. Barely. Like, they have enough room to be put in there, but not to actually secure, so. See? Like, I'm completely unsure about these. I think I can just, yeah. Yeah. And there is actually one more spot that you can put these, and it's an actual battle feature of this, of this guy. You can see it has a little button right here. Let's get refocus. There we go. And if you press that button, bam! You activate his main cannon. Now this is not on a spring, but this is weird. Well, it's not on a spring to be pulled out, but the second you do push it back in, it resets the actual button. So I'm guessing everything in here is based on friction, which does lead to my main complaint about the figure, is that if this misaligns at any point at all, these don't hold in well, and you eventually have to. Let's see, it does that. Now, come on, focus on the main part. There we go. That really is my only complaint about this figure, is that it really doesn't do this. I do like how it actually has built-in resets. Recess? It has a built-in point for these things to actually stop, to give you that kind of like railgun feel that it's actually going to come out. And we actually can put them in here to recreate that one scene in the movie where he used it as a flamethrower. That one scene. Anywho, you know what? Let's bring his older self out here, and let's do a size comparison with movie 1 Megs. And yeah, these guys together are pretty sizable. Not huge, but pretty sizable. The Last Night Megs, of course, has a lot less kibble, and I really do have to. And I really do like to use these guys as a comparison on how far we've actually come along in designing these movie figures. Because we go from having extreme bulk, being boxy, and trying to endorse all these gimmicks into these things, when we realized, why can't we just make a Transformer again? Movie 1 did suffer from the long series of, hey, every Transformer has to have a gimmick. But Transformers themselves are a gimmick. And he is the best example of how a pure transformation can just check all the right boxes. Maybe for fans, but I'm not about the soft cores. But let's go ahead and get this guy started, and we'll go ahead and take care of the wheels. So everything just tabs in, you just lift it up, boop, pull this around, lift this down. I'm already liking how everything just compresses. Now you are going to have to fight this a little bit. You're going to have to hold this together tight like that, and pull this down, and it's going to have a little groove. You can already see it's already fitting in there. Boop, like that. Swivel this around, and claps on the back. And rinse and repeat. Going to do the same stuff all over again. Boop. And you gotta kind of weird it, angle it in a way that is where it swoops around and it rests on the back. I'm gonna have to, because he's gonna kind of, like I said, he's gonna compress. So, and again, everything just tabs in, no actual locks. So I'm just gonna bring this down, pull the thruster. It actually will go into the calf, and this will come around and actually lock it in place. That. And we're going to do the same thing again. Pull that. Put the toes up. Okay. I'm going to put emphasis on the toes right now. With the tusks and how his feet are, how can this guy not be designed after an elephant? Really? How can he not be designed after an elephant? Boom. Hey, look at that perfect height. But we're going to have to put the landing gear down. And we're going to adjust my camera because this sucker is, or at least the next part is kind of tall. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now this is one part I hate really much because this part is held in by 2 tabs. But the tab that this connects to on the arm that this thing is connected to is really short. But the tab that hooks into the other arm is really long. So when you try pulling them apart, the part that hooks onto the mounting arm already comes out. But then you sit there for a good minute and you get the pull. You must pull this straight out as best as you can because, as you can already see, mine's already having stress marks. And I just want to give you guys a heads up about that, so you don't just try to angle it the weird way, and next thing you know, this pops off. And there's already been reports that if this pops off, this part will be loose. So please be careful, guys. And let's go ahead and bring it back down. Pull the chest out. Pull the head out. And again, everything just tabs in, so you just pull. And you... Uh-oh. I forgot to get that out of the way. Pull. Bring the chest up. And everything will just line up perfectly right there. Bring the arms down. Bring the hand out. Close that up. Bring this down. Unpeg that. Tilt it. Like so. Pull the hand out because once this collapses in here. Uh-oh. Come on, where's that? There we go. Once this collapses in here, it will actually lock. So it will actually force the hand out. So once you do that, you won't be able to pull the hand back. You never be able to fold the hand back in there. And the last thing that I see a lot of people keep on forgetting to do is this is actually on a double hinge. You just pull it up. And it'll actually have the recess areas to pull the backpack up to kind of fill him out in the back, at least. And of course, the last thing to do, scoot this down a little bit more, is just press this to activate the gun. These will come all the way back this time, but you still have to pull that out. And here we have Transformers: The Last Knight, Leader Class Megatron. And oh, this thing is such a breath of fresh air in many, many ways. The transformation is simple, but yet in weird ways it still makes it feel fresh and new. It's not just the I'm a box, unfold me, but in many ways it is. It's kind of hard to say what exactly it is to me, but I really do like this. So let's go ahead and... He does have a Decepticon symbol right there. And this is where I have to give my phone some serious credit, where it's actually doing a lot of light enhancements right now to bring out the whites. So the colors on this look a lot more vivid than in real life because I hate the lights in my room. I really do. Because this looks a lot more blue on camera than it actually is in my room because I have a giant yellow tint in my room for some reason. I do like how the shape of that cannon is. I really, really do. And all the silver paint, even in robot mode, all feels hand-painted, but not hand-painted, it's done in the way to make it feel like that, hey, this is metal that's been roughed up, that's been scraped away. Uh-oh. No, come on. Why are you so dark? Uh-oh. Oh, snap. What'd I do? Okay, there we go. between this and the thing, it just made everything go dark. At least on my viewfinder. Okay, well, enough gushing about him. How's his posability? Well, his arms do have 360 degrees. They both can go out. Have bicep swivels, wrist swivels. So you can have at least this arm like this, and it can be like this for his right arm, but everything does get in the way. So you end up just putting it right back. The head actually is not on a full 360 because of the horns, but that is actually Actually, hold on, before we do that, let's take a look at this head. Because this head... Focus. I mean, that head, at least to me, is just... I love it. Especially to get a head like that and actually get more humanistic details down. Really impresses me. Okay, come on. Oh, there we go. Found the sweet spot. Now, me like a lot of other people, I don't really get these while they're here outside of the battle mask mode. But to actually turn on the battle mask, there's actually... There's actually a little switch back here. You pull up on the switch, and the mouth will fold in, and the tusks will come in, giving him that even better look. I just wish that his face actually had the red paint on it that it did in the movie. After that one point, and I just, yes. Oh, forgot about the legs. Legs actually are ratcheted. Holy snap. I did forget to mention that these are soft plastic, so they get out of the way very fast. Double jointed knee, ratcheted hips. Can go out to a point, but these are pinned in. These do not move at all. So once they go out that tiny little bit, they're done. They will not go any further, so you can't do a Van Damme kick. Toes are on a joint. This thing has gotten some sweet, sweet posability. Uh-oh, let's put that back like that really quick. Oh. Okay. Hold on. And for a quick size comparison, we are going to compare him with Movie 1 Leader Megs. Man, the 10 years have actually been very kind to him. And for some reason, this thing cannot leave my review station. And actually, he's counting at the head. This one is actually maybe about like a 1/4 inch taller. But a lot more better. Anyway, just want to quick compare him to somebody to give you an idea how actually big this guy is. To a leader, at least. Okay. So, the first question is, what about his accessories? What can you do with them? Well, one of two things you can do with the sword is, of course, you can have him hold it. That's the giant duh right here. But the cool thing is about the sword, is that it can store. You take the same peg that we used last time, and you use one of the holes from the wings. Bam! And that right there is a really, really nice look when you think about knights in general. That's the traditional sword across the shield way of how they used to carry some of their stuff. Especially when they had to go on long treks. That is a really cool silhouette or image. Too bad that this can't actually come off as a shield, but that in general, as like, think of a knight walking, that's what you see in some medieval movies, and this is really, really cool. I really dig this. But we still have 2 more things to worry about. So what do we do with these? Well, we go WWE on him, and we just put him back in the thrusters. Whoop. That's right, he's his own entrance pyros. Either that, or he's... Yeah, he has his own entrance pyros. Oh, I made that joke once seeing him do that, and I can't get out of my head. But the posability for this guy is just great. Here, let's go ahead and just... Oh, there we go. Do something like that. And take one of these. Let's take these off. Oh snap! That'll actually set off some of the weight, or actually make it heavier. Yeah, be careful about these soft plastic flaps. So, we wanna tilt that in a little bit. There we go. So, what do I think of last night, Leader Megatron? I haven't messed with the Voyager yet, but in between him and the Voyager, I really recommend you guys picking this guy up. He's such a breath of fresh air when it comes to transformation. The paint on it is really good. He just even stands there stock still, really nice, and looks really good compared to the other figures of the line. I really can't wait for the other stuff to come out, especially Nitro and a couple of the other ones, so I can actually have all the Decepticons from this movie. This is the first time in a while where I actually want all the Decepticons from this movie because they look cool. I like some of the concepts, and not to mention Nitro stole the movie from me, so I really want him and Megs together. But anywho, guys, I do rate him on the scale of grab him when you see him as soon as possible. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gone, I'm Ghost, I'm out of here, I'm past tense, and I'll catch you guys later.